All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Akondiola Komi Joshua. Yes. Um, aka also known as Josh FX. Okay. How's it been? I hope everybody has been having a wonderful week, and the way the market has been moving has also been interesting for us. I hope we all have been making profit, and for those that have had some little drawdowns, I hope it's just for a little while. But all the same, good morning to everybody once again. Yeah, good morning to Abolaji Jeremiah. Good morning to Adibola DME. I can see Adra Boa, Agun Baidi Shion. I can see Alfonso Sikediashi, Anayachuku, Anyao Chinedu. I can also see you too. Ekpensky, I'm seeing you. Emmanuel Mills, I can see you. Gabriel Oladapo, good morning to you. James Otegbayo, good morning. Kalu Ucheya, good morning. Kenny, Michael, Nandi Ikechukwu, Patrick, I can see you too. Olariwa Jubenga, I can see Patience, Mark-Angeline, Shayo Remy, Shoyemi Adeleke, Sunday Joshua, Toby, Loba, Babatunde. A very good morning to every one of you. Good morning to everybody. I appreciate you for joining this morning's market review. Yes. So just a quick drill, the normal drill that we do, you understand me, just from your own end, kindly say, you can loud and clear. That is, you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, Kalu Cheya, you're saying, good morning, Mr. Joshua. How was your night? Oh, my night was restful. It was restful. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Kalu Cheya, I want to take it that you can hear me loud and clear from where you are. But at the same time, I don't want to just bank it that it's just Mr. Kalu Cheya that is hearing me alone. So, I would like to have response for 2 or 3 more people saying loud and clear. All right, Emmanuel Mills, loud and clear. Oh, Kalu Cheya, you're also responding that yes, you can. Patience Mark-Angeline, you're saying loud and clear. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, nice. So we're going to be moving into the real deal now, where we'll talk about today's market. We'll look at it. Okay, Soyemi Adeleke, loud and clear. Thank you. Anna loud and clear. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right, so we're moving into the real deal now. First thing first, we're going to be looking at the news that is coming out today.
Yeah, good morning.
So from there, we'll move straight down to technicals. Yeah, we'll look at technicals too from that end. You understand? From that end, we'll move into technicals. Okay. All right. So all right, kindly give me some seconds. Just give me like some 30 seconds. I'm coming. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I am back. Thank you for holding on. Thank you. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now, so we'll be able to see. Then we'll start from the mental aspect. One of the things we need to understand is we can't do one leaving the other away. They all work hand in hand, both fundamentals and technicals, just some different variables on all of them. So Right now, I'm sharing my screen, and I want to believe from your end, you can all see it. Currently, I'm on forexfactory.com, and we know the way it runs. And discover that this week has been an interesting week. We've had different news coming out, taking it back. Okay, so on Monday we had Japan being on holiday due to the election they had, which was on Sunday. That was beginning of the week, and by Monday we had discovered that there was a gap down, it gained strength, but the election went another way, such that the set of people, the majority, those that were in power, actually lost to new set of people. So the market reacted to that gap down, and after that it reversed back to the upside. Okay, so the next day we had AUD meetings. Then Governor Bailey also spoke. The Fed Chairman Powell spoke. Richmond Manufacturing Index too also spoke, and you see all this actually affected the market. Then on Wednesday we didn't really have any strong news until 10 p.m. when the president of the US spoke. That's President Trump, and like we all know, in fact, the news that came out on by 3 p.m. to existing home sales to also push to the US dollars its own way, making it weak and all the likes. But by 10 p.m., we had a speech coming from President Trump. And you see, he's one of the strong influencers of the market. And we've been seeing that happening for a while now. He's really been influencing the market. You understand? He's been influencing the market in its own way, in its own quarter. So then yesterday, we had a lot of news coming out, like on the AUD. Yeah, we had Governor Bullock speaking. And then the speech he made was so strong or positive, and we had AUD USD, we saw it pushing up to the upside. You understand? Meaning the speech was a strong one. A strong speech was being given. Then by 8:15, we had news coming out on euros. We had by 8:32, we had the ones of the same instrument news coming out on the German flash, and we can see it all through coming out neutral, neutral, neutral. And we all know when it comes out neutral, it's more of a partial buy, but it's going to be taking its time. Then by 9 a.m. also came out to neutral and good. But by 9:30, we had news coming out on GBP saying that it came out neutral and negative, which was not good. But at the same time, we discovered that the market moved at a particular direction. Then by 1:15, we had the main refinancing rate coming in. And yeah, over time, we've already gotten information from the Euro body saying that they don't intend changing their interest rate for now. So it came out neutral too. The 2.15% that was emphasized was what came out. Then by 1:30, we had news coming out on CAD, and also the unemployment claims, which came out positive for the US dollar yesterday. And we'll discover that from that time, the US dollars actually gained strength. Instrument like USDJPY bought, you understand? Even by 2:45 p.m., news came out, coming out neutral, and I said neutral, came out negative and good for the USD, but all the same, it followed one path. It went up. Then by 1:45, we had the Euro press conference also coming up, and I think the press conference was not really positive for the Euros. You understand? It wasn't a strong one for them. So we saw on Euro USD, it actually went down yesterday. You understand? But as of this morning, we are beginning to see a reversal, more or less like a pushback to the upside. Okay, so what are we expecting for news today? What are we expecting for news today? By 12:30 a.m., news came out on JPY for their Tokyo Core CPY year to year, and it came out negative. And if you look at USDJPY, you discover that yes, it actually followed that line. JPY was weak, so it actually pushed further up to the upside. Then 7 a.m. this morning, we had the GBP retail sales month to month, which came out negative also. By 9 a.m., we're expecting the German IFO business climate, while by 1:30 p.m. today, we'll be expecting the core durable goods order month to month and the USD durable goods order. That's all we'll be having for today. And every other thing we'll be waiting for will be till next week. And that by next week, I want to believe we'll be expecting to get into a new month. You understand? Important news will be coming out by next week, which we'll be looking at. Okay, so for those that do not have funds in their account before then, I would advise you have some cash. Try to fund your account because around that time we have some high impact news also coming out, and we can make do with those news that will be coming out next week. Important news that will be coming out, which can be very, very profitable for us. Okay, all right. So I'll be moving now to the charts. Let's look at what is happening in the market technically, because that's all we'll be having today for news, except if we are having a breaking news, just like we've been having for some time now, that the president of US, maybe the Fed court or something like that will just come up with an information that will move the market or tilt the market, or if there's an economic instability that will move the market. But all the same, let's look at the market technically and see what's going to be happening. Okay. All right. So yes, I'll be sharing my screen with us right away. All right. So first thing first, like we all know, I love Euro USD. I love Euro USD by default. So that's why for all the clients that would have seen me over time have one-on-one conversations with me, either by chat or physically, you discover that I talk more about currencies. Yeah, I'm a man of currency. When we talk of Euro USD, I love trading Euro USD. So currently, Euro USD. That's the first instrument we're looking at. So let's look at it from the higher time frame to get the trend. So this is it. Look at that. I did that since this trend that you're seeing that I'm drawing. I did that since last week, and based on what we're saying here, I just feel euros is still going up. But we need to be very, very careful about it because it's getting to a particular high now. And you know, when something gets to a new high, the first thing is this: it's going to be rejected. It's just like, let's say, for instance, your first time of climbing a staircase, the highest you've ever gone is 3-story building. But today you decide to go visit a friend who lives in a 7-story building. You see, by the time you get to that particular high, it will be hard for you to go to the balcony because that is your first time. You understand? And what do you think is happening there? There's a resistance because you've never gone to that particular height before. But with time, if you get used to that particular height, you discover that you can go there as much as you like and even go higher and everything. You'll be comfortable with that. So yes, based on what we're seeing on Euro USD, I for one, the trend is an upward trend based on what we're seeing. Now, this is on my daily time frame. It's on an upward trend. Yes. But at the same time, we need to be very, very careful because price got to this particular high, got rejected back to this point. You understand? And he has pushed back now to the upside. So what are we expecting? As of today, I'm expecting price to still go up. In fact, I'm expecting it to go up. Even next week, I'm still expecting the price to go up. But this is where the whole thing lies. This is where the whole thing lies. I think, let me change this. Let me do something. This is where it lies. If price is able to break above this part, if it's able to break above that section now, I'll expect price to go further up. You understand? I'm expecting price to go further up. Although from my own end, as of this morning, I'm already on a buy on Euro USD. I'm already on a buy. Yes, and fortunately for me, I'm making some little profit from my own end here. No matter how small, I'm making the profit. I'm expecting price to really, really push up on Euro USD. That's my own take. Because if we look at it, I'm not dollar for now is still not strong. And yes, there's also going to be a tariff that they are expecting to kick off by next month on the 1st of August. Although we have also had information again saying that they could extend it. You understand? It might not trigger or kick off on the 1st. Yes, based on some certain informations we're getting fundamentally. But if it kicks off exactly on the 1st, I'm expecting, or based on my own bias, I'll be looking at euros to be very, very strong, to be pushing up, and dollars is going to be weak. That's my own bias on that. So on Euro USD, if price is able to break above this section, I'm expecting a bullish move. And if that does not happen and comes back to this particular point, we're having the horizontal line and is able to break below it, then I think we're having a reversal move. Then we'll be having price going down. That's my take on Euro USD. Okay, so we'll be looking at let's move to USDJPY. Let's move to USDJPY now. So USDJPY, based on what we're seeing on higher time frame, you discover that price has actually respected this section. In fact, this point has been there for a while now. I drew this, I think, day before yesterday, this horizontal line and this section, expecting price to break above this point, saying if it's able to break above it, I'll go for my buy. But if you look at it now, price has actually struggled there, respecting that zone. So this, my take is, if price is able to break above that point, then it means price is going high. It means the USD is gaining strength. But as far as that does not happen, it's not going up. And looking at what is happening in the JPY economy, as of this morning, JPY is actually weak. It's dropping. In fact, I forgot, we need to check the currency strength meter. Let's look at the currency strength meter and see what is happening to know how the currencies are this morning. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. So as of this morning, all right, let me refresh it so we'll have the latest update. So this is what we are seeing as of now. The strongest currency we are having is euros, followed by the US dollars. Then we have Great Britain pounds and the Switzerland Swissy on the same strength. But currently you discover that we have the green arrow highlighting on the CHF, showing that CHF is gaining strength. Yes. Then we have AUD and JPY on the same level. But even with that, you're seeing that on both instruments, we can see the red arrow indicating that they are both losing strength. Then the next instrument is Canadian dollar, showing the green arrow. Yes, trying to say that it's gaining strength. While the weakest of them all is NZD. And on it, you're still seeing that it's showing the red arrow on it. And if you look at now, I just refreshed it. Can we see it? AUD has dropped, JPY has dropped, NZD has dropped, the CAD and CHF are still showing the green arrow. GBP no longer doing that. Okay. So that's that on the currency strength meter. So as of this morning, euros is strong. That's the information we are seeing. Let's go back to the chart. We'll move on from there. Okay. So based on what I'm saying, if the US dollars is not strong, we could have price pushing back down. And we can see it as of now that price is somehow struggling around this point. So let's just wait for it. You know, in technicals, we say waiting is a strategy. Waiting is a strategy. Yes, you need to wait until price fulfills your own requirements. That's when you hit. But if it does not, you need to wait. And I put it this way. I said, in fundamentals, the patient dog eats nothing. But in technicals, the patient dog eats the fattest bone. That's the way it is. So that's my take on USDJPY. I'm expecting price to fall. If it does not break above this section, I'm expecting it to fall. So that's that on USDJPY. All right, so let's look at GBPUSD. So as of this morning, we can see on GBPUSD that price is falling. Yes, GBP is weak. USD is also somehow strong. So that's why we're seeing it this way. Let's look at it from the higher time frame and see what is happening. Okay, so on the higher time frame now, all right, let me do this. Coming. Okay, I'm with us. So on the higher time frame, the whole movement we've seen, this is on my daily time frame, has just been from this point to this point. So I'm making it tight. You can see that I'm putting it on the body of those candles, like at the starting point and the ending point. I'm leaving the wicks out of it. Now, what I'm trying to do is just to make it tight for us to see. Based on what we're seeing, price has just been moving between these 2 points. At first, it ranged, then broke it, but now you're seeing it's moving just between these 2 points. So this is it. If price is able to break below this particular section, if price is able to break below it successfully, then we could go for that, or we all can go for the bearish move. You understand? We can go for that sell. But if it doesn't happen like that, we could have price rejecting at this particular section and going back to the upside. So this is my take. Price should break below this point. If it breaks below this point, we can go for that sell. But if it doesn't go for that, if it doesn't break that zone, if it doesn't break the zone successfully, then I don't expect price to push down. I expect it to reverse back to the upside. That's my own candid opinion on GBPUSD. Right. Okay. So the next instrument, I'm going for USDCHF. Let's go to USDCHF. Okay. USD CHF. Oh, sorry. On the GBP USD, sorry, I did this on my daily time frame. Okay, so let's bring it down to my 1 hour time frame. So on my 1 hour time frame now, this is it. Around this point, we can see that price is close to this support here. You understand? Now, because of that, that's why price is having issues. So this is on 1 hour time frame. Let me now put it. If price is able to break below this point successfully, yes, we could have price keep on moving down. It could continue that bearish move if price is able to break below this part successfully. But that does not happen. We could have price reversing back to the upside. You understand? So that's my take. But from my own bias, I'm expecting that price should drop on GBP USD. Yes. Okay. So let's move to USD CHF now. USD CHF. USD CHF. All right. Let's go to the daily time frame. I'm going to be zooming it out. Okay. Okay, so we'll see the trend very well. So based on what we're seeing on trend, we've seen that price has been dropping on USD CHF for a while. That's been the trend. Price has been dropping, like we can see. Yeah. So where price is currently is a demand zone. Price is at a demand zone, and we can see that price has been respecting that point for a while, pushed up, came back to that point, and is being rejected. So this is my take on USD CHF based on what we're saying. This is my take. Now, okay, daily time frame now, but let me bring it down to my 1 hour time frame. So based on what we're saying on 1 hour, price has gotten to this particular zone. Yes, it's a demand zone and price has respected it. And being that price has been giving us more of a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, that is, price has been dropping for a while. It got to this particular supply zone and price has respected it. I'm expecting price to still drop on CHF. USDCHF. I'm expecting price to still drop. And like we all know, as of what we saw this morning, we're seeing that CHF is trying to gain strength. You understand? So if it continues gaining strength, I'm expecting to see a bearish move. But if that is not the case, it might reverse back to the upside. So this is it on 1 hour time frame. If it's able to break above this part successfully, we can go for that bullish move. We can go for the bullish move. Then for the bearish part of it, we should hold on for price. Let's say break below this particular section successfully. There's a zone around this point. So if price is able to break below this section successfully, then we could have price pushing back down to this section. And if it breaks below it, then we can go for that bearish move. We could go for that bearish move. So that's that on USD CHF. Okay, let's look at USD card. USD card. Going for USD card. Okay. Stay with us. USD card it is. Okay. After that, we look at AUDUSD. Then from there, we should look at commodity instruments. Okay, so USD card. Now, based on what we're seeing now, as of this morning, this is the trend that it's showing us on 1 hour time frame that price is trying to push to the upside. Yes, based on what we're seeing, and we can also see that price is pushing up, but now price is at a supply zone. So price is having issues there, but if so, therefore, this is it, straightforward. If price is able to break above this section successfully, we should go for that bullish move. If price is able to break above this section successfully, we can go for that bullish move. But except that happens, I'm not expecting price to push up. But if he's able to break above this part successfully, then we could have a continuation on that move, on that bullish move. Price could go up. Price could go up from this end. All right, that's that on USD card. That's that on USD card. Okay, let's look at AUDUSD. From there we go for commodities. AUDUSD. I'm on that now. AUDUSD. So as of this morning, AUD is losing strength, and that's why you're seeing it dropping. You know, for a while it actually went up. That was the day Governor Block spoke. gave a good speech which pushed the price up, and price has gotten to this high now and is expecting it's also dropping. So looking at it even on the daily time frame, coming on daily time frame, we discover that price has also pushed up, even though not in a sharp way, slow and calmly. It's been pushing up on AUDUSD. Yes, it's been doing that, pushing up slow and calmly. So what are we still expecting? Are we expecting that trend? Based on the trend, we're expecting price to push to the upside. But we want to trade on these. Now we're having a minor pullback. And as you're seeing it, there's a zone around where price is now. So around this point, let's just look at it. If price is able to break below this particular section successfully, we should go for that bearish move. But if it respects this particular section, we are seeing price pushing back to the upside. That's my take on AUD USD. Okay, so as of this moment now, we'll be moving to commodities. We'll move to commodities. Let's go to gold. Gold is known to be a safe haven. You know, for a while now, I think was it 2 days or 3 days ago, gold did a funny thing. It just moved on, kept on pushing up to the upside. It was just going up, 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 up. Yeah, this is on my daily time frame. It was just going up, 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 up. Now it has gotten to this particular high. Now look at this. This is on my daily time frame. I'm zooming it in for us to see. You discover that price has gotten rejected at this resistance zone. It got there the first time, did as if it was going to break it, but came back inside. It didn't break it. Went down, reversed back to that same section again. Still got rejected around that same zone. Now, again, has gotten close to that side, even though not touching it, but is around the zone and it got rejected. So what are we expecting? I, for one, for now, I'm expecting that price just wants to get balanced at that particular price of 3,005 to 3,000. That's just what price is doing. It's just dancing between that point. Am I still expecting price of gold to go up? Yes, I'm expecting the price to go up, but not the way it is moving now. I'm basically, we all know it's an economic instrument. Yes, it's an economic instrument. And based on what is happening in the economy, if by next week for any reason, dollars becomes weak again or it gets weaker, we should, I for one, will be expecting gold to go up. That's my own bias. I'll be expecting it to go up because I expect that everybody will want to, whoever wants to invest will invest when price is low. You understand? So if the value of that currency comes low, it becomes easy to assess it. You understand? So around that point, we should expect gold to go up because in the market, gold is paired with dollars. So I, for one, will be expecting the price to push up on that particular instrument. Well, that's my take on gold. So as of this morning, I'm just seeing it as a pullback. So I think it's just trying to push back down to this section, gain some momentum, then reverse back to the upside. Let's look at it on 1 hour time frame. And if you look at it even on 1 hour time frame now, you discover that price is actually respecting this zone. So it's either it gets rejected around this point, or we could have price coming down to around this section successfully. Yes, and it gets rejected. So it's just within these 2 points. But based on the formation I'm seeing on this 1 hour chart, is already giving us that sign that it wants to reverse back to the upside. But let's see, is it going to reverse back? Because gold can be very, very funny. It's a funny and interesting instrument. So let's just hold on and see what price wants to do. It's giving us this hammer around this support like twice and remaining. So yes, we could have price pushing up. And looking at it again, here it gave us the bullish candle that is looking like a sword and meaning pushing up. Now, the next candle that came in was bearish. But if you look at the wick is longer than the body, showing that the bulls are trying to be in control or in charge. The same thing followed next. Now on candle zero, that's the same thing that we are seeing. So, well, the candle is yet to close, so we can't really say that is how it's going to be. But if it closes bullish at this section, I'm expecting the price of gold to go up. So on candle zero, let's just watch out what candle zero is going to give to us. Is it going to give us a bullish candle or a bearish candle? So if it's giving us that bullish candle, it's giving me that buy option. That's my take on gold. Okay. Let's move to the next commodity instrument, which is oils, that we're going to be looking at. Let's look at oils. Right, I'm on oil now. Okay. So based on what you're seeing on oil now, okay. So you discover that even on 1 hour time, this is on my 1 hour time frame, is more or less like price has just been between this point and this point. That's what he's been doing. It's really not moved beyond that point. Yes. But if we are going to be looking at it on trend, let's look at it from the higher time frame and see what it's doing. Based on what we're saying, price is coming down on oil. So I am expecting the price to drop based on the trend that we're seeing. For some while now, I've been expecting it to come down. So what are we saying? Price around this point, I'm expecting price to get rejected and come down. So around this point, we could have a sell limit, expecting price to drop on oil. So price could push back to this point. And as far as it respects this zone, I'm expecting it to drop back. But let's hold on and see what price is going to do. Is it going to break above this zone? Because it could break above this zone now. This particular section will turn to a demand zone, a support. You understand? That's if it breaks above it. But as far as it respects this point, I'm expecting the price of oil to drop. That's just it. But that's my take. My bias is a bearish move on oil. But before I let it fulfill what we're expecting it to do, get to this upside or push down. Or there could be a different move. It might decide that, okay, it wants to continue moving down from where it is now. So if it's able to break below this section successfully, then price could continue pushing down. So that's my take on oils. That's my take on oils. So the next instrument I will be looking at, okay, this is on my daily time frame. Let's look at it on 1 hour time frame. Yes, okay, I'm coming. All right, yes, this is a little bit far. All right, I'm coming. I'm coming, daily time frame, move to this side. I'm still with us, please. Yes. All right. Okay. So on my 1 hour time frame now, looking at it on 1 hour time frame, based on what we're saying, just like I said, I'll be expecting price towards to drop. Yes, this is on 1 hour. I'll be expecting price towards to drop. But if it continues dropping, let it drop below this section. I'm expecting price to drop on oil. And in fact, based on 1 hour, based on what we're seeing, we could see that around this point, what price did was a double top here. So from a double top, what are we expecting? We're expecting a bearish move. So yes, based on what we're saying technically, I will expect a bearish move on oil. I'm expecting a bearish move on oil. That's my own take on oil. All right, so let's look at one more instrument in commodity. Then we'll move to index. Then we'll move to index, okay? All right, so I'll be looking at let's see, wheat. Let's see, wheat. All right. This is wheat. Let's see what wheat has been doing. This is on my daily time frame. And we see it. Price has actually been dropping on wheat. And currently now, what wheat is doing is ranging. This is on daily time frame. It's just ranging on daily time frame. In fact, let me make it, okay, let me put it from this point. This is point 1 and this is point 2. But in between these 2 points, price has just been ranging. Let's see what it's doing on 1 hour time frame. Now, one of the things we need to understand is this. When you see the market ranging, when you see the market ranging between 2 different points or 2 different zones, what is expected is what we know that point to be is what a correction zone. It's a correction zone. And you see, in a correction zone, the market will pick a direction at the end of the day. Once that market picks that direction, the next thing you're meant to do is to follow the direction. I, for one, I'm still expecting the price of wheat to drop. That's my take. I'm expecting the price of wheat to drop. Yes, I'm expecting the price of wheat to drop. So all what is doing here now is still going to push down. That's my take. Price is going to drop. So I'll be looking out for a bearish move on wheat. That's my take. I'm looking out for a bearish move on wheat. I'm expecting the price to drop. So wheat, my own opinion is bearish. My opinion for wheat is bearish. Yes. Okay. So that on that. Well, just like I said on Euro USD, let's go back a little. On Euro USD, I said I expect the price to go up because I, for one, I'm already, like, before we started the MMR, I already entered my own bullish move. So I'm expecting the price to still push up. But I'm not saying you should go into it right away. This will not be the best time. Understand? Let's hold on for it to give us that bullish move or bullish information. Then we strike at that point. Okay. All right. So let's go to indices now. Let's move to indices now. Okay. Come in. Okay. So now I'll be looking at yes, let's start with US 100. Well, one of the things I want us to understand is these are all the US index, US 100, US 500, US 30, then US 2000. And based on my own bias, I'll just say I expect all of them to move almost like in the same direction because they are all on the US, or they are all in the US economy. You understand? They are all US companies. You understand? So let's look at it. I'll start with US 100. So based on what we're seeing on US 100 now, let me zoom out so we can see what the chart is actually saying. This is on my daily time frame. The US 100 has actually gotten to, in fact, I'll call it an all-time high. And because it has gotten to that all-time high, that's why you're seeing a rejection around that point. Now, price is trying to respect that particular zone. Let's look at it. Yeah, this is on the daily time frame. This is on my daily time frame, which we can all see. Yes, it has gotten to an all-time high. That's why you're seeing that. So going back to my 1 hour time frame, based on what we're seeing now, based on what we're seeing, it is expected for price to be rejected around that point. Yes. So this is what I feel. This is what I feel. There will be, or yeah, there's going to be a retracement. You understand? Let's look at it. Is this move right and everything? So it's having that pullback as of now. But the pullback now is going back to where it's going to gain strength. And the main strength is bullish for me. Based on my own take, I'll be looking out for a bullish move on the US index, US 100. You know, this is a tech company. When we talk about US 100, we're talking about tech. You understand? Technology, AIs, and the likes. And we can all see that AI has just been doing a lot of things, and it keeps on, will I say, surprising everybody by the day. Something new is coming, and you see more investors going into AI and everything. A lot of companies are even pushing for AI and the like. So for me, I'm going for, I'll be going for AI. I'm going for the bullish move on this particular instrument. Bullish move on this particular instrument, you understand? So let's just hold on and wait for it. If it's able to break below this part, then we should expect price to drop. But if that does not happen and it gets rejected here, it's going up. So my take on US 100 is bullish. My take on US 100 is bullish. And if you look at the next thing is US 500. Looking at US 500 too is also doing the same thing, giving us that same, like, it has also that same low. It has also got into another all-time high for itself too. Yes, it's giving us that same all-time high, and now it's trying to reverse down. So this is the same point I'm going to be giving to us here. If price is able to break below this part successfully, then we can go for that bearish move. But as far as it respects this particular zone, It means price is pushing to the upside. That's that on US 500. So the next one is US 30. Okay, so US 30 is also giving us a little bit of that vibe, but let's do it on the daily time frame. What happened? Is that the highest high? No, this is the highest point for US 30 that we can see. This is the all-time highest point. But you discover that price is actually struggling around that point where it is. Price is struggling around that point. And the truth is this, one of the things we need to understand is when price continues to hit a particular zone and it gets rejected at that zone, it means that zone is a strong zone. After a while, price is going to drop. Price is going to drop. So I won't be shocked if this price tries to retest this particular zone again. And if it retests this zone and is unable to break above this zone, then price should what? Drop. That's my own bias on US 30. So let's just see what price is going to do. Is it going to break below this part? If it's unable to break below this part, yes, price will push up. And once it pushes back to the upside and is able to get to this section here, this zone here, and is unable to break above it, then we could be having a massive drop on US 30. That's my take. Okay, my own opinion. Then US 2000. Okay, so this is the most volatile of all indices, US 2000. So now let's see what is it doing. So yes, it's a different ball game for US 2000. This is the all-time high on US 2000. You discover that it dropped and now price is trying to gain back strength. This is on daily time frame, and we can see it has been pushing, trying to push up. So what are we expecting? I, for one, I'm still expecting that bullish move on US 2000. I'm expecting it to push up, but you see, whatever goes up will surely come down. Now it has pushed to the upside. Now it has reversed back. I'm expecting price to push to the upside. This is on my 1 hour time frame now. We can see that price has respected the zone where it is now. This is a demand zone. So what's it going to do? Is it going to close bullish? If it closes bullish with this long wick, yes, it's giving us an interpretation saying the bulls are in charge. The bulls are trying to be in charge to push the price to the upside. So let's wait and see what candle zero is going to show us. If it's showing us, if it's able to close bullish with this long wick, then we should be expecting that price should push to the upside on US 2000. Yes. So, but on my own bias, if anybody is looking for my own opinion, I have the opinion of a bullish move on US 2000. That's my own take on US 2000. All right. So now around this time now, I'll be giving opportunity for those that have questions. You have any question, you have any instrument you want us to look at, please kindly come to the chat section and drop it. And I'll take my time to also look at some of the instruments you want me to look at on the chat now. Okay, so I can see Victor Edo, you're saying DE40. Okay, so I'll look at DE40. Let's look at DE40. Let's look at DE40. I'm with us. DE40. All right. So based on the vibes I'm seeing on DE40, or based on what the chart is showing me, it's showing me that this man wants to come down. That's my take based on what I'm seeing now. This is on 1 hour time frame. Let's look at it even on daily time frame. Yes. Okay, so on daily time frame, it's a different ball game entirely. It's a different ball game entirely. So it's just been 1 and 2. You discover that. So for the supply zone now, for a while, it has just been between this point. For some days now, it has been between this point. So my take, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Let's see it. So price is dropping. But to be fair to us, or to make it easy for us, if price is able to break below this particular part, then we should expect price to push to the downside. If it's able to break below this section, we should expect it to push to the downside. Although it has given us something like a 3 white crow, and that's more of a bearish move. In fact, on candle 3, it's It's more of a Marubozu candle. Yeah, a partial Marubozu, because we can still see some wick around it. But yes, that's a sign that price wants to go down. And since then, it's been giving us that bearish candles. I'm expecting price to push down on DE40. That's my own bias. I'm expecting price to push to the downside on DE40. Yes, DE40 bearish move. That's my take. Okay. All right. So let's move. I can see. All right. Question here is saying, okay, how can I easily identify demand and supply zone? That's when you're talking about demand and supply zone, it's still the same thing as support and resistance. One of the things you need to understand about this is they are both rejection zones. For the demand zone, that's support. That's what gives price strength to move back to the upside. Now, okay, so let's look at it this way. Okay, I'm coming. Let me zoom out. So if we were to look at it, this is demand, this is support, and this is resistance. This is, I'm coming. Yeah, based on what we're saying, this is demand zone, and this is resistance zone. That's the supply zone. Around demand zone, you can see when price came down to this point, price got rejected and pushed back to the upside. Now, when it got to this upside too, it got rejected. And that's why you're seeing price coming down. So this is resistance. Resistance is where price is being rejected to go down. Support is where price is giving strength to go up. They are all rejection zones. So that's just that. There's nothing hard about it. You understand? Both of them, first thing first, they are rejection zones. One is to push price to the upside, while the other one is to push price back to the downside. Demand is for support. Supply is for resistance. So that's that. There's nothing hard about that, sir. Okay. Okay, so somebody is asking how you can know the margin before you enter a trade. Now, one of the things you need to understand is this: margin is automatically calculated. Margin are automatically calculated. But one of the parameters that I feel is also influence that is volatility. Volatility is one of it. Your lot size too also determines. You understand? So yes, but if you're looking out for a specific amount, depending on when you're entering the market, that's just it. Depending on when you're entering the market, margin is automatically calculated. Is automatically calculated. So when you enter the market, if you enter at a volatile time, yes, you will see a different margin compared to when the market is not volatile. You see another margin. You understand? So that's that. Okay, I'm waiting for us. We are yet to drop the questions or the instrument you want us to look at. I'm still waiting. You have any instrument you want us to look at now, please drop it. We still have time. We have like some 9 minutes and some seconds. So I'm waiting for us. You have any instrument for me to look at, please drop it. You have any question, please drop it. Yes, I'm waiting. Okay. All right, fine. Euro AUD. Let's look at Euro AUD. Let's look at Euro AUD. Okay. I'm coming. So on Euro AUD now, based on what we're seeing on the daily time frame, price is pushing up but slowly. In fact, as of now, it's just dancing between some two different zones or two different points on the daily time frame. This is 0.1 and this is 0.2. Based on what we're seeing on daily time frame, these are the two sections where price is just moving. Yes. But let's look at it on 1 hour time frame. Now, on the 1 hour time frame now, price respected the support zone, pushed up, now came back down, and is still pushing up. So around this point, this is it. If price is able to break above this particular section successfully, I'm expecting price to push up. If it breaks above that section successfully, I'm expecting price to push to the upside. But unless that happens, it might not go. You might see price reversing back to the downside. But yes, based on what I'm seeing this morning, euros is on the strong side. You understand? So for one, I'll be expecting price to push up, but not to rush into the market. Let's wait for it to break above this section first. Then we can go for that bullish move. So that's my take on euro AUD. Okay, Mr. Adeyemi Olalekan, you're saying US 2000. I just did US 2000, but okay. Let's just look at it this one time. Let's look at it this one time. Okay, so US 2000, like I said, based on what we are saying, this is even on my 1 hour time frame now. If price is able to break below this part, I'm expecting price to push down. But as far as it does not, it could reverse back to the upside. That's my take on it. You can even see it because just like I said, I've spoken about it before. There's a zone around this point, and I'm expecting price to do one of the two. Either it breaks below this point, and if it breaks below this point, we could have price dropping as low as this point. But if that does not happen, we could have price pushing back to the upside. But all the same, like I said, I have my own bias when it comes to indices. I'm more of buy, so I'll always look out for the buy opportunity. That's my own take. Okay, so the next instrument, Soyemi Adeleke, CHFJPY. CHFJPY. All right, let's look at CHFJPY. CHFJPY. I'm on it. So currently, CHFJPY is pushing to the upside. This is on 1 hour time frame, and based on what we are saying, it's close to a zone. It's close to a demand, a supply zone. You understand? So based on what we're saying here, if price is able to break above these parts successfully, we can go for that buy. And if it's not, then it means it's going to go down. All right. So I'm seeing some saying that for this morning, which instrument are we to trade? Because all the ones you have been reviewing, you have said we should wait. All right. One of the things you need to understand, just like I said earlier on, I said fundamentally, you don't have to be patient. Do what you want to do and leave sharp. But when it comes to technicals, you have to be patient. I just reviewed CHFJPY now, and you can see what I did. I marked out the zone, showing that if price is able to break above that zone, and what are you going to do? You're going to wait. You have to wait for it. If it doesn't break above the zone, there's nothing you can do. It means it has not met with your target. So you have to wait for it to get to your target first. If it doesn't break above it, then you can't buy. But if it breaks above it successfully, and maybe it even has it does a retest and is unable to break back down, you're expecting price to push up. So yes, when we're saying you should wait, we mean wait. Don't rush into this market, because when you rush into the market, the same way you rush in is the same way you're going to rush out. If we see an instant opportunity of buy or sell, you'll be told that on this instrument, you buy. Just like I told us, I said on Euro USD as of this morning, before we started the morning market review, I said I'm already on a buy. I'd already placed that buy since early hours of the day because I saw an opportunity and I'm making profit. But as of this moment, I can't tell you to buy until it breaks a particular zone. That's the way it is. So just the same thing. So my CHFJPY will help you to understand that better. I've marked out that zone. Unless it breaks above this zone successfully, I'm not going for that buy. It could get to that point and respect this zone. And once it respects this zone, it's going to do what? It's going to drop. Looking at it based on past occurrences, how many times has it tested that point and did what? It reversed back. In fact, did as if it was going to break it, but came back down. So that's the same way it is. So you have to wait. Thank you. All right. Okay. So the next instrument, let's look at GBP. Okay, GBPNZD. We'll look at GBPNZD. Okay, Adeyemi Olalekan, you're saying US 2000 again. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be doing that because I did that the first time. Sorry, I'm not going back there. We'll look at another instrument now. All the instruments I've not touched, I will touch that first. And if there's still time, then fine, I'll go to it. But if there's no time, I'm sorry, it would have to be another time. GBP NZD is the next instrument we are looking at. All right, GBP NZD, GBP NZD. And as of this morning, based on what we're seeing on GBP NZD, it is ranging. Based on what we're seeing now, price is ranging. And when market is ranging like that, it means it's a correction zone. Price is trying to correct itself. So what you're meant to do is wait. And when we mean wait, we mean you should wait for price to give you a direction. If it picks that direction, either to the upside, then you buy. If it goes down, breaking below the 2 points it has ranged, then you can go for that sell. But as of now, price is ranging. So please and please don't rush into this market. Don't rush into this market. Price is ranging. Let's hold on and see what price wants to do first on GBP NZD, since it is what it is ranging. All right. Okay. All right. Olatunde Sanusi says we should look at cocoa. All right. So I think that will be the last instrument I'll be looking at. Let's look at cocoa. Let's look at cocoa. Cocoa. Cocoa is an economic instrument. That's commodity. So, yes, this is cocoa. I'm looking at cocoa for a while now. Price of cocoa has gone down for a while. This is on daily time frame, and we can see that price is trying to push back to the upside now. You understand, based on what we're saying. But is it going to be respecting this trend that it's been giving us? Because we can see that based on the trend we're seeing, price has respected that point. Let's see. Let me even pull it out for us to see. Based on what we're seeing, price has respected this trend. If I'm making it high, price has respected this trend. Tried as if it was going to break it, but now it's coming back into it. So let's even readjust it. So if we're looking at it like this, price is respecting this trend. So except price is able to break above this part. But if price breaks above this part successfully, then we can go for that buy. This is on daily time frame anyway. This is on daily time frame. So I just want to feel it's just a minor pullback. After that, price should push to the upside. And that's what we're seeing. You can see I'm bringing it back down to 1 hour time frame now. Price has been pushing up, got to this high, did a pullback now. I am expecting the price of cocoa to go up. I will be going for the bullish move. That's my own take. I will go for buy if I want to place a trade on cocoa. That's my own bias. So that's that on cocoa. Thank you very much. I really appreciate every one of us today for joining us. So yes, I might not be able to acknowledge everybody, but I want you to all know that yes, I acknowledge you from my own end and we value you all. Thank you for joining today's Money Market Review. See you same time next week. Bye for now. Well, God, thank you. It was the network. I got you the last time. Thanks. I appreciate the analysis. Mark, no, multi.